Homeschool Mama, I've got 10 self-care tips for you. Everyone needs self-care, especially homeschool mamas. There isn't a profession out there that doesn't require a practice of self-care. As a homeschool mama, well, I wouldn't claim to think self-care was more important for us than for, say, a frontline healthcare worker, an airline pilot, a landscaper, or a coffee barista. We're all humans and we need self care. But unique to homeschool mamas is this: we have a steady, continuous stream of child clatter and chatter, and we're wildly invested in all of that. We're wildly invested in all the different aspects of their well being. We homeschool mamas have moments that are just wonderful, watching our kids harmoniously engage each other, pursue new interests, jump hurdles in their learning and skill development, and we get to just be with our kids. But there's also a continuous stream of fledgling emotions. Oh, yeah. Sibling bickering, sibling rivalry, having to argue with you or not argue with you, parent. How about listening to complaining and mundane work, too? Even when we respond in healthy ways to all these challenges, distancing our fledgling emotions, their fledgling emotions from our egos and our sense of well-being, we still have invested so much in them. We have our heartstrings tied to them. Their successes, their failures, their struggles, their joys, to everything, their harmony and disharmony. Though they might come from our womb or from our heartstrings, they're not ours. Their choices are theirs. Their developmental stage is theirs. The unique stamp of their personhood, it's theirs. Their unique purpose in this world, that's theirs too. We're not the main character on their stage. However, we are invested in them. Our instinct to hold it all is a lot, and that is a huge expenditure of energy. And so we must take care of ourselves too. Here are my top 10 tips for you, homeschool mama, to look after you. First, no doubt about it, meditating or just sitting and being quiet and listening to what's going on in here is the number one thing that I'm going to tell you that you need to do. How to do that, right? You've got kids. You're at home, they're used to having you around. Yep, don't lock the bathroom door behind you because you know that means they're coming to get you. There will be a fire if you close that door. There will be a fight if you close that door. There will be something going on that you don't want to find out about in 10 minutes, so don't lock the door. But now this is the tricky part. You have to create even just 15 minutes a day that's set aside just for you to be quiet so that you can listen to what's going on in here. Little kids make that difficult, but little kids get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they were always used to having mom fully present and available to them because you're a homeschool mom. So guess what? They don't learn that you need to have separate space too, unless you teach them. And that's where building boundaries with your kids comes in. Even if it's just 5 minutes to start a day, maybe 5 minutes in the middle of a day to say, honey, I love you. I'm going to be on the other side of this door doing this quiet thing by myself. I'm asking that you stay on the other side and do, you fill in the blank. Get them to practice it. Boundary building doesn't happen overnight. So practice your boundaries with them, teach them you need a little bit of quiet at times, and then you are going to have that time to sit and commune and meditate and be quiet, be still, breathe, and figure out what's going on in here. Second self-care tip is to nurture you. Treasured treats. Create treats that are just for you. If that means a stash of something in your bedside table that they don't know about, don't ever tell them. But if there's a stash of treasured treats, maybe there's a dark chocolate thing that you've got going at the end of the day, or maybe you plan a specific activity, a specific TV show, a specific night where you're just going to go out on your own, even if you just go outside for an hour for a run or a walk or you fill in the blank, all by yourself, just for you. But maintain a practice of creating treasured treats for just you. How about sleep? Are you getting enough sleep? That's my third tip. This one comes with the mom territory, especially when your kids are young, you're pregnant, you have a baby, you have some major life crisis going on, you have something going on that I haven't mentioned here. You're still going to need to nurture that sleep. Create a healthy sleep routine. If you want to get all the hours in the night well slept, well, don't have kids. But the second thing you could do is actually go to bed at the same time every night. And you will wake up a few hours later, 6, 7, 8 hours later, and get a full night's sleep, and will routinely wake up at a similar time. You can nurture your sleep by not bringing your screen to bed with you. You can nurture your sleep by making sure not to have caffeinated products after 2 p.m. You can nurture your sleep by using magnesium, maybe with your dinner meal. There are all sorts of different ways that you can create sleep nurturing practices, but sleep is for sure, hands down, your number one self-care strategy. And note to self, even if you are just getting 5 hours of sleep during the night and you're making it up with an hour, hour and a half nap in the day, you're still able to maintain enough sleep so that you don't have a sleep deficit over the course of time. That's to your benefit. No, it doesn't feel the best, but research says you still get enough sleep. Brain supplements, that is the fourth tip. Brain supplements like magnesium for your sleep, or did you know that you eat magnesium when you're eating dark chocolate? So I'm telling you, you need to eat dark chocolate. Dark chocolate, magnesium. Are you taking your fish oil? Are you eating regular fish consumption, freshwater fish? If you're not, you need to take your fish oils and your vitamin B for some energy, vitamin D if you're not getting sunlight. Vitamin C, some people will say, is beneficial in maintaining your immunity or boosting your immunity. There's all sorts of different supplements beyond anything that I've just said that you can learn more about in my book, Homeschool Mama Self-Care, but you can also learn it from Dr. Daniel Amen, a medical doctor that focuses on brain health. I'll leave his link down below. Fifth tip I'm going to offer you is Homeschool Mama, you need a morning routine. A morning routine that doesn't have children in it. You can have a morning routine with your kids after your morning routine. You decide what you want to put in it. You decide how long you can have, but just 15 minutes of quiet time away from your kids, which means you get to sit with a cup of coffee or matcha tea. What do you drink? And sit in front of a UV light if you're in the northern hemisphere, because you need your vitamin D. It helps you get better sleep. It helps you not feel the blues at this time of year, in the dark period of the year. You can also choose to meditate or pray or journal or read something inspirational to get your day started. But start your day without the kids. Sixth tip, observe yourself. Observe yourself. Like stare in a mirror? Sometimes. Check in with yourself throughout the day. Maybe you put it into a cell phone or a reminder of some sort or a alarm clock. Somehow, some way, check in with yourself throughout the day to see how are you feeling. What is going on in here? Not just the beginning of the day, but throughout the day. Mindfulness checks to see how you're feeling, to understand what it is that you're most challenged by so that you can actually grapple with those uncomfortable feelings. And over the course of your homeschool journey, enjoy your homeschool more, not less. Next tip is daily exercise. Yep, I'm going to say that. You knew I was going to say that. Daily exercise. No, I'm not going to encourage you to exercise because you need to maintain a certain size or you need to maintain a certain Instagram profile. I'm saying you need to burn off tension because throughout the day, you have a few things that are giving you a bit of overwhelm at times. Not every day, but some days. There are definitely those days. And if you can maintain a steady stream of tension burning activity, like exercise, getting your heart rate up, getting your breath, losing your breath a little bit, and really feeling like you're burning off some tension. Maybe your face is a bit sweaty. Maybe you're just feeling a little bit more energized because exercise actually energizes you. Then you are doing enough exercise. But even if it is just in the beginning, 10, 15, 20 minutes, get started and get exercising. Get active. Do things that you like to do. You could be dancing with the kids. You can make the morning routine a run if you so choose. You could get a dog so you have a reason and are forced to go for a walk. Whatever you do, gotta get going once a day, every day. Of course, it's not going to happen every day, but because you said to yourself you're going to do it every day, it'll happen most days. Next tip is definitely energizing activities, things that feed your soul, the things that are unique to you. You as a homeschool mama are doing a valuable job. You're enjoying your life. Hopefully, you're enjoying your homeschool journey, but guess what? You don't have to put your life on hold while you're homeschooling. You can perform in whatever fashion or form you want as a homeschool parent, but you are you at the end of the day, with or without kids. And when those kids go off and they leave, because that's the point of this, we're actually hoping that they will eventually. If you have little kids and you can't imagine it happening, it is very true that the days are short. Days are short, the years are short. The days are long. Some days are long, but the years are short. So if that be the case, which I know from experience it is, then you got to remember that you're still a person outside of the homeschool role. So who are you? What are you about? What do you like to do? Why don't you unschool yourself and pursue your curiosities, your aptitudes, your interests? Keep growing, keep learning, keep doing things that you love that are energizing activities just for you. Whatever it is, do it every day, just 15 minutes. So these are my 10 homeschool mama self-care tips for you. If you've got other tips that you absolutely value and you want to share with others, put it down below, or you can come on over to my Facebook page, Homeschool Mama Self-Care, where I've opened a group called the Homeschool Mama Support Group, and we can share and encourage with each other in this homeschool journey. Thanks for joining me.